Hello everybody, my name is Dragon. Welcome back my channel Health Fitness 1047. Here is the episode new. Follow me.
Squid Game Season 2, including important plot twists and social and psychological implications behind each key character. In the sequel to the Korean survival series that shocked the world, protagonist Seong Ji-hun, Lee Jung-jae, continues to sink deeper into the fierce vortex of the bloody game. After the losses from the first season, the death of his mother, the betrayal and sacrifice of his best friend Sang-woo, Ji-hun returns with a noble goal: to destroy this monstrous game system from within. However, in episode 7 of season 2, Ji-hun faces the ultimate pain, witnessing his new best friend, Young-bae, murdered right before his eyes by frontman. The bigger shock is that the killer is Young-il, the person Ji-hun believed to be a trusted ally, but is actually frontman in disguise, the game's operator. Meanwhile, frontman, whose real name is In-ho, once a responsible police officer and husband, is now a symbol of despair. His tragic past, losing his wife, losing his job, being turned away by his family, becomes the driving force that pushes In-ho from a man who once tried to hold on to what is right, to a man who controls evil. Between the two extremes of Ji-hun, belief in humanity, and frontman, belief in the collapse of society, Squid Game 2 Inches turns into an ideological battle, more than physical survival. Psychological and social themes. Seong Ji-hun, the man who carries pain to find a reason to live. Ji-hun is no longer a mere player, but someone who returns to rescue those trapped in a nightmare. But Young-bae's death causes him to completely collapse. For the first time we see Ji-hun cry, not just because of loss, but because of moral disorientation. Can a person continue to believe in goodness, when that very belief that leads him to betrayal? This is the key psychological axis that Season 2 pushes to the limit, asking, if you have to sacrifice your friends to save others, are you still a good person? Frontman, In-ho, the tragedy of the desperate, the discovery that frontman is also a player. Even transforming himself into Young-il to confront Ji-hun, shows that Wang Dong-hyuk is using this character as a philosophical antithesis to Ji-hun. Frontman represents a nihilistic ideology. The world cannot be changed, people only use and destroy each other. Once an upright policeman, once selling his kidney to save his younger brother, once desperate for not being able to save his wife, frontman is now the embodiment of trust that has been crushed to the point of breaking. He no longer fights for justice, but controls a game to prove that kindness is an illusion. No-eul, guard or sinful mother. One of the new character who makes a strong impression is No-eul, who was initially thought to be a player, but is actually a guard in disguise. A North Korean sniper who defected, No-eul carries the heartbreaking pain of leaving her daughter behind. No-eul doesn't join to kill, but to help desperate souls pass away peacefully. She represents a group of people who have been rejected by society, to the point where only the last shred of humanity remains in the darkness. The central conflict, Ji-hun vs. Frontman, a debate on human nature. In Season 1, Squid Game was a life and death struggle between players. But in Season 2, the focus is no longer on the game, but on a life and death debate between two opposing philosophies. Ji-hun believes in the possibility of people changing, helping each other, and that the game can be broken. Frontman believes that all attempts at salvation are futile, that society will always push the weak into the strong's sword. Their conflict becomes the heart of Season 2. Not just through words but through every glance, decision, and pain they cause each other. When Squid Game became a metaphor for modern society, Season 2 is not simply an extension of a phenomenon, but expands the universe of Squid Game into a lens that reflects contemporary society, systemic injustice, from frontman's wife dying because of not having enough money for medical treatment, to Jun-ho being betrayed on his own ship. Every social class is sold out for profit. The price of trust. Every time Ji-hun puts his trust in someone, he loses a part of himself. But if he doesn't trust anyone, is he still human? Legalized violence. Guards like No Aul represent a new concept. Killing can be a humane act when the system has left people with no way to live. Points. See you in Season 3 when the truth is not over. The ending of Season 2 not only opens up tragedy but also reveals many unsolved mysteries. Captain Park's betrayal suggests that there is a larger organization controlling the game. The rift in In-ho and Jun-ho's family will continue to be an important storyline, especially when Jun-ho discovers that his brother is frontman. Can Ji-hun retain his humanity, or will he have to give it up to win? Squid Game 2 cruel, tragic, and with no easy way out. Squid Game Season 2 is not a facile copy of Season 1.